All right, everyone. So here I am again with another PvP video. For a guy that doesn't PvP, I want to talk about PvP. So if you're probably going to tune me out, then that's fine. Do so now. But at the same time, there is a general shared aspect of this community that PvP is not in a good place. I'm the most optimistic Division 2 content creator, I think. Maybe there's somebody else more optimistic than I am. And I'll be the first to tell you that the PvP in this game is in the gutter. So before we even jump into whatever the heck it is I want to say, I'm inviting PvP players to give some constructive feedback on this video, on this platform. Now, what do I mean by constructive feedback? Well, maybe put some detailed things as to problems and possible solutions or weaknesses and possible ways to improve and strengthen these areas or areas that need complete overhauls. Because I'm telling you, if they nerf True Patriots and they nerf the Pestilence in PvP, it's not going to change the problem. Someone's going to find a big, huge meta build that everybody's going to be running around for. I would personally say that in my own instance, they probably need to remove True Patriot from the Dark Zone just in general. It just needs to not work, and then they need to remove the Pestilence and how it interacts. Now, that sounds really drastic, and even Negotiator's Dilemma, which is one of my favorite gear sets, by the way, it doesn't need to be in PvP. The reason I say that is because Negotiator's Dilemma kind of works in a weird way like Sentries. I mean, not exactly, but the same, kind of concept where you mark targets for damage. This is how it works. And also the Pestilence works as a DOT, damage over time, like Predator's Mark. If you look at Sentry and Predator's Mark, those two were taken out of the meta easy. And that's how True Patriot works as well. They were just pretty much removed from the PvP meta quietly, in a very quiet way. They still kind of work, but largely they were neutered. And I think this is one way that they can start. Now, I don't PvP, but looking from what appeased the PvP community from Division 1, I think they can implement this with the Division 2 and it will probably go over well. But that still brings me to the PvP community and how the feedback is probably going to reach the developers. I didn't want to make this video. I was told by some other content creators to go ahead and make the video anyways, and this is the format that I want to use. I want you PvP guys, take your time, pull over if you have to. You might be, listening to this video while driving, and you can just from the top of your head list 3 big issues in PvP. Now, yes, we know backpack talents. Some agents are saying they work in Dark Zone. Some are saying they don't work. This is a bug that needs to be fixed. Developers, they need to open their ears and listen, because right now we're hearing all kinds of things. Some people are saying that, the developers, Terry Spire and Red Storm are no longer involved in this development. I don't know if that's certain. I don't know if that's true. But at the end of the day, if we look back at even how PvP got to where it is in the Division 1, it was a collective effort from the community and to the developers. Our development team currently seem like they don't listen. I wouldn't say they don't listen because I don't know if they're not listening, but it doesn't seem like they're listening, or it doesn't seem like they even know what the heck they want to do with this PvP in this game. Like, really, they seem a little over their heads. And I think at this point, because of how much they cannot play this PvP side of the game or test it enough, it might fall on the laps of the PvP community to drop some serious feedback. So wherever you want to, put your feedback, that might be helpful. Somebody might share this video and the developers can look through and say, this might be the changes that probably need to happen. But then here's what I fear. I fear that they probably don't want to have anything to do with PvP anymore. And which is, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what to say in this instance, but this is something that, Marco Style had called at the onset of this game before many people started calling him burnt out. And he had seen the writing on the wall from a long time ago, but a lot of people in the community did not want to come to terms with that reality until now that we're here. And it seems like a lot of people have forgotten really quickly how a lot of this stuff happened. And with all the noise going on around, it's a little slightly challenging, in my opinion, to actually hear what the true concerns are. So I would say, in the spirit of constructive criticism, is it possible for us as a community to come together and put together lists of things, changes that we may or may not want to see? And I know many people have told me that I've spoken to these guys. I've sent all kinds of stuff. They don't listen. And the truth is, this team to me seems like they do not listen. I don't know what's up with it. I don't know who told them to implement their own vision for everything. I don't know what their ideology is, but it seems like they put their head in the sand sometimes and things will just go over their head. And like I said, if at least we tell them these are the things that probably need to be changed, perhaps we may see some of these changes, because we did see some changes in the Division 1. And at some times it seemed like, well, maybe the developers weren't listening in the Division 1, but they were listening and they made those changes. In some cases they didn't make any of the changes, and I think looking back, it's probably because they were already close to delivering the Division 2. They didn't make these changes, but now it's probably maybe, like some people have said, they're probably working on Division 3. I don't think so. I know they're working on Avatar, but Division 3, I don't know, man. I think the Division 2 is already a very huge game, and they already, kind of chained New York to it. So it's probably going to be a game that they continue down the road. I don't think there's a Division 3 anywhere close to, but hey, you never know. Anyways, that's pretty much the end of my video. PvP community, PvP players, and all that good stuff. You know what to do. Hit the comment section. Let's talk about this, because I want to see this game thrive. I like the game. I have a channel around the game, and I want the game to do well. But we have to kind of start from somewhere where we start to build on what needs to change in this game. And once I look through the comments and I see some trends and some patterns, who knows? I might make a video kind of listing some of those things, because it's directly from the mouths of those that do play the PvP in this game. And I'll be very happy to share them in a video, since maybe a few more people can see them and comment on them, and we'll go from there. I'm out. Peace.